We need real thinkers. We need to read. We need to catch up with the rest of the world. And then we can have the society that we've always expected. We're not going to get it killing each other off. It's just not going to happen like that. To all the people who say everybody else killed themselves, this is what I say to that. Everybody gets their swag from us, dance moves. Most of the singing and the different types of styles of singing came from us. We are the people who everybody look to for the new trend. We're going to make the new trend Black Pride, where we're not killing each other. Whenever you look at another black man, you don't look at him like, you're not my brother. No, you are my brother, your sister. We must cherish our sisters. We must treat our black women like the goddesses they are. We need to grow. We need to have land. We need to have opportunities for our future kids and our future generations to grow. This is not just about us, it's for our race as a whole. Every other race does this. As a truck driver, made a lot of money as a truck driver. I've seen the whole country. And I've been in thousands of warehouses. I've been in warehouses where white people own the whole warehouse, own the whole company, own the whole business. Chinese, Japanese, people from India, people from Arab countries. I have never been in a warehouse where a regular black man from America runs the entire warehouse or owns the entire inventory in a warehouse. I'm sure that there is people like that out there. We have a lot of black entrepreneurs, but I've just never been in one. And every single day, all day, I'm delivering to all these other races. When I deliver to Chinese warehouses or businesses, every last person that's working in these businesses normally look exactly like them. Years ago, the white man was dominating even the Asian countries. The Japanese and the Chinese and the Koreans, they vowed to themselves that they were going to catch up with the education system. A lot of them lived over here, learned from the education system that we have in America, went back to their countries, taught their own people mathematics, the latest science, and they were able to build up their systems. Believe me, the reason why the United States haven't blew North Korea off the map is because North Korea is really a threat. Those people are teaching themselves day in and day out how to become smarter, how to become better. And they are and the things that they're trying to do, hey, I have no idea if they're trying to dictate or try to run their type of dictatorship on the rest of the world, but they're well within position to do so if they can come up with the right type of technology. And see, this is the problem. Us as a black race, we're not even taking each other seriously. Ever since the Marcus Garvey days. Listen to what Marcus Garvey said all the way back in the early 1900s.
What a pity it is that we cannot stand united without a written law. There is no written law compelling other races to stand together. They are brought together by the gentle touch of nature. The unwritten law of nature causes them to stand together on all occasions. So wheresoever you find them in the field, that one gentle touch of nature causes them to stand together, if need be, die together. But with the black man, you can preach to him from the pulpits. You lecture from the platforms, from the byways and the hedges. The spirit of cooperation, but he will not cooperate. You talk to him gently, you try talking harshly to him, he still will not cooperate. The result is that he falls prey to those who understand themselves and walk through the world making you their serfs and slaves.
As you can hear, even back in the 1900s, we had a man talking about how disorganized we were. And now we're here in 2020, we're more disorganized than ever. When you look at other races, people from Mexico or South America, they come up here, they be living in a house 20 deep. Every last one of them working a job. All the ladies working restaurants or working cleaning homes. All the people, all the guys, they're working in cutting grass or they're working in agriculture or they're working in construction or whatever. They all pay for this house. Then they move on. You got some of them opening up restaurants. They stick together. They grow together. Do they have growing pains? Of course they do. Of course they have all the same issues, but they don't stray away from the fact that they have to generate wealth for their race as a whole, and they have to put themselves in a position where their people will win in the end. We need a lot of our black men to get into their mentality that we have to get an education. We have to have more doctors. We have to have more mathematicians. We have to have more scientists. We have to have people in construction get back into the construction lane. So that way, if any black family in your neighborhood needs plumbing, we have somebody in the neighborhood that knows how to go there and fix up that woman's plumbing. If anybody has a problem with electricity, we already have somebody that knows how to do that. We have somebody that needs a car mechanic. We have somebody that knows how to do that. We need to start teaching our kids. If you are a car mechanic, if you are a truck driver, if you are a doctor, if you are a lawyer, if you are somebody who builds electronics, whatever it is you do, as a black man, we need to start training our kids at a young age, whatever it is we do, whether they like it or not. If you are a car mechanic, about time your kid turns 9 years old, he needs to know how to rebuild a car from scratch, off top. We need to train our kids, even if he don't grow up to be a car mechanic, he has that particular skill. If his mother was a nurse, teach him everything you know about health. That way, this kid is going to grow up and be a car mechanic, and he's going to be an expert in health, and then he can choose whatever career he want to do when he grows up. But he already has 2 trades under his belt that he can sink into at any time he wants. We need to start organizing on this level. Now, don't get me wrong. There are most of our black kings and queens are trying to get an education. The system is hard for you to even try to get an education. The system is hard for you to try to continue as you grow old to get a good job and to move on and become an adult. What I suggest is that the black family, we don't have to kick our kids out right away. Just like the Chinese families does, the Mexican families does, all the Arab family does. Everyone in that family can have a job or a career. If your mother and father has 3 kids, the 3 kids that they're getting there old enough to work. Now everybody, if you're living in bad conditions, everybody needs to work. Within 2-3 years, y'all can have a beautiful home out in the suburbs if y'all work together the same way every other race do. Or y'all can work hard for 3 years, put together some money, and start a very good business and really come out with some good inventory because you've been saving for so long. There's so many different things we can do, but we need to work together as families. We need to work together as a black family, and we need to take ourselves seriously. This is not a game. We are losing the race as a black people as a whole. I'm sorry to say that, but the truth is what it is. We start by getting like-minded people to start organizing. When we start teaching kids from birth to think like this, the psychology will reverse things. But it got to start now. That's the reason why you got to share this message. And if we don't do what we got to do to change these conditions, I'm telling you, the past repeats itself. We are going to do whatever we can to resolve these issues and make sure that every black man and woman can live comfortably. We can barbecue together. We can play cards together. We can sit there and dance together. Things of old from all the ancient traditions of old. Eat and grow old, raise our families, watch our kids grow, and have a glorious life like we deserve as a people. But the only way we're going to be able to do that is we have to have order. We, as black Americans, spend more money. I forgot what the figure is, but it's more money than half of the countries in the world. We have more spending power, just as black Americans, than a lot of whole countries. How is it that we haven't figured out how to use this money to benefit us as a whole? Well, that's the reason, that's where we come in as State of Organized Blacks. Believe me. We're going to start doing the things that the Black Panthers once tried to do and did implement and was successful in. We're going to take that a step further. We're going to meet up with people like Dr. Umar, who wants to build schools. If you don't know who Dr. Umar is, look into it on YouTube. A lot of people say Dr. Umar is scamming. Well, of course people think he's scamming. Number one, you have to ask yourself a question. If this man is talking about building schools for all black kids in America so we can educate our own, why hasn't he gotten the money from any of the celebrities? He should have somewhere around $50 million by now, $100 million to build all the schools he wants. He can't even get the help from the celebrities, and he's not getting the help from his own people because the people have dragged his name under the mud. And there's a lot of things that people say that, hey, could be facts, could be fiction. But just think about it. If the celebrities like Oprah or Michael Jordan donated him $10 million, you think he wouldn't open a school? Now that everybody's looking at him, this man has dedicated the last 15 years to this, and nobody has been paying him attention. Well, us here at State of Organized Blacks, not only are we going to try to link up with Dr. Umar and see if he's really about that action, and we're going to make sure that we open up our own schools. We're going to make sure that every neighborhood has somewhere that you can feed any hungry young black soldier. Yeah, them schools with Dr. Umar. Yeah, we planning on building a whole civilization. That's the reason why we're preaching for kids to go to school and become doctors, because we're going to have our own hospitals. We're going to have our own everything, our own land, so we can grow our own agriculture, our own fruits, vegetables, have our own animals, have our own everything, make our own clothes. But it is important for y'all to share this message and understand y'all have to take this seriously, because just because we're just getting started, we're not going to stop here at State of Organized Blacks. We plan on getting black people to wake up all over the world, even in Africa, people who don't consider themselves black. If you go over in Asia, you can be from Africa or whatever tribe you're from, you come over here in America, you go in Europe, you're still going to be looked at as a nigger. No matter where the fuck you go at, we're all considered black now. That's what the hell we are. That's just what it is. So we have to take it for what we need. We need to run with it. State of Organized Blacks. I'm black and I'm proud to be black. And we're going to create ourselves a state of organized blacks with people that look like us. We have our own. And we have our own freedom. We won't have to worry about money. Fuck money. Money ain't shit. Money ain't nothing but a piece of paper. We're not going to run with that system. We're going to go back to our old, ancient African traditions, and we're going to live in peace. This is what the reality is. And look, like I said, I love y'all, man. Please share, subscribe. We're going to make moves, y'all, okay? It's a Slim Uno. I'm out.